Hi Geminis, Amber here. I just recorded like pretty much half of your video and then I realized it wasn't recording. So hello again. Happy New Year if I haven't said it already. Happy birthday to any Capricorns, Aquarians watching. This is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising and Descendant sign. Any questions about that, leave them below. I'm sure that I'll be happy to, I'll pick it up and I'll answer you. Or I'm sure somebody from the tribe, I like to call us the Good Vibe Tribe. That's my new little thing. But yeah, I'm sure someone will be more than happy to fill you in. What else was there to say? Yeah, this is your reading. Apologies for it being late, but at least I'm here, that's what I say. But yeah, I do apologize for it being late, and unfortunately things happen. But I'm here, and that's the main thing. I could have sworn there was something else. Yeah, thank you so much for all of your support. Everyone that's joined the tribe recently. I really appreciate all of your support, your subscriptions, all the new subscribers. Welcome. And yeah, just everyone who's liked all the videos and just shown their support. I just really appreciate it. So thank you for all of your compliments as well. You lot are very generous. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to start all over again. So essentially we've got the Hanged Man here for your partner and the Three of Coins. So this tells me that your person or your partner may be waiting for you to make a move. They may feel like things are imbalanced in some way. This is all about teamwork. So your partner may really be looking for you to kind of maybe pull your weight in some way. They may feel like you know, not in a bad way, for want of a better word, they may feel like you're not pulling your weight or you're not meeting them at the point where they want you to meet them. They may feel like they're doing more than you are. They may feel like they're kind of maybe if they're not actually physically doing anything, but just like mentally, they can feel like they're way more invested in this than maybe you are. And they may want to see you maybe show that same investment before they do anything. So they're deliberately playing the Hanged Man, deliberately stepping back, looking at the situation to really even see if you know, they're even seeing things properly. Are they just well in love or infatuated? Are they seeing more than what's actually there? You know, that kind of thing. Like, is Neptune playing with me kind of energy? If you catch my drift, for those astrology lovers out there. So yeah, it's kind of like, is this real love or is it not? Let me hang back and really get a good bird's eye view on the situation before I put any more work in. And I do think it is a Piscean that you're seeing, because we've got other Piscean kind of energy coming out in the reading. So we've got you as a magician. You're feeling quite empowered. You may feel like you're calling all the shots, that you can make anything happen that you want. It is also mercurial energy, so you could also be learning lots of things, feeling very much on top of your game when it comes to like your mental agility. You could be feeling very clear-minded, know exactly where your resources are, you know, what your tools are, what you can and can't kind of do, you know, where you can affect change and where you can't, and also being very willful. So you may have a particular goal for the relationship as well, and be quite willful in getting that, and not letting anything kind of get in the way, and feeling really ultimately like, you know, you're in charge of your destiny at the moment. So you feel very empowered. You may feel like you have more leverage in the relationship than your partner does, and your partner definitely feels that they feel like you know, a lot of the ball is in your court. You have this kind of you have the finger on the button to have turn the relationship on or off. It's like you are in that position where you could go either way. That's how I feel your partner kind of sees this, and that's why they're kind of holding back. But as they're holding back, they're gathering loads of information with the Hangman. They're really starting to understand themselves in relationships, in this relationship. You know, they're really starting to kind of gain a lot of clarity, because it isn't upright, it is a major arcana. And it looks like you're also feeling very empowered too with the Magician card here. So it seems to be quite cool. I think there's quite a healthy kind of energy here, I think, between you two. It's just there's a bit of a niggle on it between who's pulling their weight and who's not. So it could be just that it's a fairly new relationship and you're still kind of feeling each other out. But with these two major arcanas and another major arcana and another major arcana, one more and here and there, it probably is quite a significant relationship. you know. Yeah, I think this relationship will be one to watch, you know. So in the near past, we have the Eight of Wands in its reverse and the Star card in the upright to clarify it. So in the past, again, your partner with the Eight of Wands in reverse may have not wanted to come forward, may have felt very passionate and excited, possibly, especially with the Star card here, of the possibilities that you guys may have had, but has not acted on them. Maybe because they're thinking negatively about it in a way, like they may be feeling positive, but thinking negatively about it, if that's possible. But like feeling like things could be so great, but then thinking in their head, oh no, they probably won't like me, or things never worked out in the past. You know, I always tend to get carried away with things. Maybe I should just not. It's that kind of like holding themselves back, even though they feel very passionate about it. They may have not felt very confident, and they may have felt like it's better to just take the long haul approach, take it slowly with the Star card here, and just like maybe slowly kind of allow the relationship to build and to grow. Take a more kind of long-term view on the situation. And so therefore they've really been holding themselves back. So I think this person, especially being represented here by the Queen of Cups, is usually quite maybe slightly controlling, or usually quite goes for what they want, and you know, in terms of relationships, maybe gets a bit carried away, and really is in love with the idea of love. But they really kind of think they're being a lot more patient with themselves. Definitely with the Star card and the Hangman, they're being very patient and they're being very thoughtful, and they're really trying to see things long term, not just about, oh, okay, well, he or she's not calling me now, so that must mean X, Y, Z, and like reading too much into things. This person's really trying to say, well, no, you know, if this person hasn't called me for a month, then okay, there's an issue. But if someone hasn't called me for a day or two or whatever, I shouldn't really read too much into that, and I should maybe give it a week and see what happens, even though I think a week is way too long. But it's just an example of kind of keeping things in perspective. So then we got the Six of Cups in reverse. Did I say excuse my nails? Yeah, sorry, excuse my nails, guys. It's not good. I'm going to show them some love definitely this week. So yeah, so we've got the Six of Pentacles in reverse in the near future. So you may have felt like things are unfair, like you didn't want to invest. You didn't want to kind of put in any money or time into the relationship. You may have felt like there was a bit of unfairness here. You may have felt like this person there wasn't like reciprocity between you two. And I know that with Geminis, reciprocity is quite important. You like to know, I mean, you're very giving and loving people. From the ones that I've met, like they're often very sweet, lovely, quick thinking, good talkers, very, very caring and thoughtful. You guys are so thoughtful, like you remember things that like I forgot about, you know. So I think that's really sweet. When you care about someone, you do thoughtful things. It's really lovely. And I think that, sorry, I'm off on a bit of a tangent there. But I think that, yeah, for you, if you don't feel like that person feels the same way about you, like you're not about to go and keep being nice to them, you'd be like, okay, fine, so you don't like me, or you wouldn't do that for me, so I'm not going to do that for you. And your partner's kind of like that too, and they're really picking up on that. So now they're holding back, and now they're like, oh, this person stopped doing this, so maybe they're not interested. And now they're kind of hanging back and trying to see and figure out what went wrong or what's happening right now. So yeah, but in the past you felt like you didn't really want to invest. You maybe, yeah, didn't feel like it would be well received, or there wouldn't be the same sort of reciprocity. So instead you just decided to just kind of do you, focus on yourself at the moment rather than focusing on somebody else. You've kind of made yourself a magnet. You know, it's all about self-love, with this like yellow surrounding this person. You know, yellow represents to me like self-love, so and confidence. So you got a lot of that at the moment, and you could be feeling very much in control of the situation because you're in control of yourself. So then we've got the Queen of Cups clarified by the Devil card in reverse. So With the Queen of Cups, again, it's reiterates, as I was saying, your partner could be a water sign, a Pisces. I've just noticed we've got the King and Queen of Swords here. Okay. So this person could be, as I said, quite significant. This person could be a marriage partner, someone you have a long-term relationship with because of all the major arcanas. And lastly, the King and Queen of Swords. So yes, this person could be significant. This person is very much in love with the idea of love. They hold it to they put love on a pedestal, and they believe love heals all. They believe love is the strongest energy in the universe. Like for them, love is very, very sacred. And they understand how powerful it is, even to the point where they could be a little bit fearful of it in a sense. Like they really respect it, and they don't want it to go south. They don't want to experience the dark side of love where you're left wanting or needing and codependency. They're not going to be doing that. They're really not interested in that. That's not where they're coming from. That's not what they need or want. They want, if anything, I think if they saw that, they would probably turn and run, because they are so in love with the idea of love that anything less than that, they're just not going to be dealing with. They will cut it out and let it go. But with the Devil card energy here, still, it's saying that maybe this person has experienced this kind of thing in the past, or maybe they usually do kind of jump in head first, whereas now they're being more mature and they're like, okay, let me just use the star as a bit of motivation here, think long term. Let me use the Hangman energy and just sit back and actually really look at the situation before I kind of lose it and say, why haven't you called me, or why didn't you do this? This person trying to be mature and really try to see not only if you are calling them, but hang on, is this person actually even right for me? Do they really want to be in a relationship with me? Do they want to be in a relationship that I want? They're really kind of looking back and seeing how this all actually fits together as well. Because the Hangman can be quite analytical as well. And again, there's this yellow energy. So there's this focus on self. So you're both quite self-focused, I think. You're both quite in tune with yourselves. You're very mature people, I feel. We've got the Three of Wands for how this is your possibly hidden motives, hidden agenda, secrets, subconscious, and maybe also your true needs, as they are kind of the truth of the matter, but things that maybe no one else would know. This says here that you're kind of, the energy here is kind of like you're sitting, that's my daughter singing. Yeah, I'm going to let her know that she's now YouTube famous. But yeah, you've got the Three of Wands. So you're feeling like you're waiting for your ships to come in. You're being patient too. You're in a position where you're kind of sitting pretty. This also talks about will. You're kind of putting your will out into the universe. And now you're just kind of like, you know what, let me just wait to see what comes back. I've done everything I need to do. I've worked on myself. I've worked on my career. I've got a good family life or friend life or whatever else, social, whatever, and I've done everything. Everything's cool. Now I'm just waiting for that right person to come back. And it's almost like this is the same person. They're both wearing red cloaks. And I swear they're both wearing, one's wearing white and one's wearing a blue undershirt. But yeah, they could very easily be the same person. In fact, they are. He's got a white band on his head, and so has he. I don't know if you can see that. So yeah, this is the same person. You look at the cards really closely, you can get so much information about what's actually being said in the cards. It's actually really interesting. Yeah, it looks like you're just like, I've done my bit. I've played my part. You feel like you may have expressed yourself very well, and you don't really know why this person is holding back. You may feel like, I've done everything. I've used all the resources that are available to me. I've called you, I've bought you presents, or I've met you here, or I've spoke my piece, I've been in good communication with you, or I've shown you affection. You may feel like you've done all of that, and now you're waiting. Now you're in a position where you're kind of just waiting for things to come in. So you're feeling very confident. You're not feeling like you need to chase anything. and that if you did want anything, you can have it. So you may feel like this person's kind of put themselves out there, so you kind of feel like they're an easy win in a way. That's the most negative way, I guess, thinking about it. But it's kind of like that energy where you're sitting pretty. We do have the Knight of Cups in reverse at the base of the deck as well. So it does talk about kind of not being overly emotional, not being overly romantic, maybe not even being that interested in dating, maybe kind of losing hope in love a little bit as well, just feeling a little bit pessimistic when it comes to love. Maybe love is just not on the radar for you at the moment. Maybe you're more focused on learning something. With the Magician card here, you could be studying, could have just graduated. It all talks about initiation. So you could be very focused on developing your own skills with the Magician card here. And that's why you're not really kind of out there searching, kind of like you're kicking back. You're quite happy to wait for the right person to come along. I think your person that you're dealing with has got quite strong feelings for you though, because we've got the Star card, the Hangman, and the Devil card, even though it's in reverse, kind of all pointing towards you. So I feel that they've got quite certain feelings for you, and they are definitely ready, I think, for a relationship. Just not the devil kind of relationship. They want like the real love thing, but they may have not ever experienced it. You know, with the Queen of Cups here, she's a very good friend, she's a very good lover, she's everything, she's great. But to me, it's like she's only just found this cup, like she's not even familiar with it. She's like, wow, I've been looking for you for ages. It's that kind of look that she's got with it. Like she lost it and then she found it. So I don't know if this person's been single for a long time, or maybe they just really, there's even two little angels that protect it as well, you know. So she protects this love pretty fierce. It could be a Pisces that you're dealing with, and they really do respect love to the fullest, and it's very protected, and they're not going to mess with it. It's like all tender what's it, tender hooks, or being very kind of careful with it. So they don't want to rush into anything either. They want to make sure that everyone's on the same page. So it could be a fairly new relationship, but you are kind of in a different energy where things may be being offered to you, but you're not really extending yourself. The Page of Pentacles in reverse as well. Someone's not extending themselves. Someone's not putting in an offer. Someone's not putting themselves out there. Someone's not investing in things. Probably you. You don't want to invest in this. You may not feel like you're really ready to make an investment. It also talks about kind of knowing the value of what you do have to offer. Knowing the value of what's been offered to you as well. And really being able to judge that. Then got the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So you're not worrying about it either. You're like, I'm not even going to worry about this either. I'm not going to beat myself up about it. You may not want the stress of a relationship. We then have the Eight of Swords underneath that. So, and then the World card in reverse. So I'll just stop there. But yeah, you may not really see a positive way forward. The Eight of Swords to me is someone who wants to move forward. They really want to move forward, but they just don't know how. They really want to, but they just don't know how. Like, you just don't know. It's kind of a fear thing. Like, you don't want to make the wrong move because you don't want the stress. Oh, that's this card. You don't want the stress of it. But these two energies are here, and I always like to think these energies are kind of around, but you may not be acting on them. You could be turning down offers of security, of a new start with somebody, and love. Again, this person that I think you're dealing with is very much in love with the idea of love, very much a romantic type of individual. But for some reason, you're more focused, I think, on yourself. We've then got the Six of Wands in reverse and the Chariot card, what your partner intends to do. So your partner, again, intends to do this whole self-sacrifice thing. Six of Wands in reverse is like, okay, I'll be the wallflower, or I don't need to get recognition, because it's about victory. You know, it's about which battles, like picking your battles, really. Like this is like winning the war, and this is like losing a battle. And I think your partner is just like, I could, yeah, okay, right now I might look a bit silly. I might be embarrassing myself. These are romantic. This is a romantic you're dealing with. So they might be like, yeah, I'll look stupid. I will go out and do a grand gesture and put themselves out there, basically. That they'd be willing to do that in order to win you over, because that's really what this is about. It's about winning you over. There's more water sign energy here with the Chariot card. This is Cancer now. That seems to be coming through. So they could be very focused on family. That could be important to them. They may want kind of a happy home. They may really want to make it work as well with the Chariot card here. They are willing to, again, sacrifice their ego, you know, their reputation to an extent. They're not afraid to look stupid, basically. I don't think they're not afraid to look, not stupid, but not afraid to look, to swallow their pride, I guess. Because really, they're, for them, it's like a small loss for a big win. So they don't see it as like an issue. We've got the Empress card in reverse for your intentions. So you may not see a lot of growth. Or, you know, really you could see that there's a lot of potential, but just not fertilizing it, not making use of the opportunity, not believing in love again, you know. Got heart here with Venus, which is all about love, really. And it's like it's in its reverse. It's like you may be more focused on your self-love, like not about everyone else, you know. And again, this energy of just not believing in love, not believing in love anymore, Gemini. Yeah. But yeah, you may not be feeling like that, like there's anything to invest in. You're not looking to continue this. I mean, we've got that further clarified here with the Hierophant card in the near future. There's like no commitment. This would also be a friends with benefit situation as well, where you're happy to kind of look as if it's a relationship, but you're just not really in it. You're more kind of looking for to break the rules in some way, to do things your way. Okay, so we're going to get to the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords, both in reverse, but they're both coupled here together. Okay, so yeah. Okay. So the Queen of Swords is usually just someone who wants justice, someone who speaks the truth, someone with a good sense of humor, maybe dry sense of humor. In her reverse, she's probably a bit bitter, quite negative, quite cutting, says horrible things. Doesn't really care about anyone else's feelings. So it could be that this person starts to feel a bit hurt towards the end of the month. They could start to become quite defensive. They could start to demand that you communicate more with them. They may feel that you're the King of Swords in reverse here. So because they feel like you're not being honest, you're not playing, you know, you're not playing maybe to their game or playing the role they want you to play. And they are looking for roles to be played here with the Three of Coins. They want everyone to play their part. That's how I see that, like a teamwork card. So it's like, they may feel like you're not really playing your part. They recognize that you're the King of Swords. They recognize that you're very mature, that, you know, especially if you're a male watching, that you're very mature, you're intelligent, like you're single, you're basically an eligible bachelor, but you're not acting right with them. You know, that's how they see it. Like you're just being difficult, or you're lying, or you're not speaking your truth. You're not respecting them enough to even really maybe give them that truth. Like you're just, or really even have that conversation. You're just really good at this is how they feel, like you're very, very good at just saying what you need to say to keep this person around, but not really having to kind of fully invest. Like you know, when I don't know if you've ever been in a relationship like this before, but I have, unfortunately, where the relationship isn't together, but it's not broke up, and like you're thinking, okay, I'm gonna just move on, do my thing, but then they call you like that week, and the conversation might not necessarily allude to anything happening, but it's just that conversation that you had. You feel like there was some sort of understanding or that was reached, or you feel that bond again, and you maybe read it more into it than you should, but you know, you take that little bit and then you make it into a big thing. And like, I think they feel like you're very good at doing that, giving them a little bit and they make it into a big thing. And they're getting defensive about that. They're getting defensive about basically the King of Swords, someone who plays mind games, that's what I'm trying to say. Someone who kind of says what they need to say to get what they want to get. Very, very, very intelligent. Almost like a mastermind, really. You can't really get around the King of Swords. Like, trying to get around the King of Swords is just like, you tie yourself in a knot. You know, they're very, very smart and will outwit, you know, any contender when they're ready. So yeah, I think that your partner will be feeling very much in their feelings, feeling disrespected. The Queen of Swords, she feels disrespected when she's in her reverse. You know, it's like, yeah, she just feels like offended, you know, and hurt, really. And like, it was almost like her expectations just crumbled, for want of a better word. And this has now made her defensive. And there may not be peace, you know, because of it. You know. But at the same time, with Queen of Swords in reverse and the King of Swords in reverse, there could be real issues with communication between you two. But there is something special here, as this is the King and Queen of Swords. So you both, you know, this person's probably got their, you know, if they are Pisces, they've got strong Aquarius energy, or, you know, if they are Cancer, they've got strong Gemini energies. If they're a Libra, then they could have, not Libra, sorry, Scorpio. Then they could have strong Libran qualities here. That could be what's going on as well, why they're being represented by the Queen of Swords and you the King. But it is telling me that there is a partnership here, and that there is a real connection, there is a real compatibility here for the both of you, but you're just not in the right state of mind at the moment. You're very much focused on yourself, and I don't think that you really are interested in making any commitments right now. With the Hierophant card, or in the near future. Probably, I've asked the reading to be 30 days, so it'd be right through until like February sometimes, the 22nd today, 22nd of January. So I've asked for 30 days for the reading, so this could be well into February that you actually start to experience this kind of breakdown in communication. It could be arguments as well. They could see you as argumentative and very, you know, too clever for your own good, in a sense, kind of thing. And that could just make them very defensive, but you know, feel like there's no commitment anyway. There's nothing here that you really want. Like, you don't want, even if a relationship was feasible because you are compatible, you don't want to make a commitment, and you don't want it to be like you want to kind of create it in your own way. You recognize that you have the leverage, so you may be kind of pushing for this, like, oh, let's do friends with benefits thing, because that suits you right now with this person. So I just thought I'd pull some more cards in the Hierophant card. We do have the Three of Cups here, with the King of Wands. So yeah, like, this could be you, like, very much interested in what's out there, having fun, not being committed right now, but kind of enjoying your freedom, enjoying reveling in your own self-love kind of thing, your own confidence. Again, this is very similar, the King of Wands to the Magician cards, all about being willful and following your heart's desire, and really taking control of the situation, and pleasing yourself as well, being the boss in your own life. This has got something to do with your ego as well. This is making you feel good. You want to kind of feel good, and I think you feel good maybe being with multiple people at the moment, you know. Well, not really being with multiple people, but just like dating, feeling free. I think got the 4 and then the 5 of Swords as well. So this talks about no communication. So you may decide to like just not argue with this person by not talking to them. So they see you as being like difficult, but really you're just not talking to them because you don't want to argue. You don't want to argue about this. So they may be really wanting you to do more, but I think you're not feeling like you can give them maybe what they want right now over the next 30 days anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and pull some cards from the Amira Love Oracle deck for you, Gemini. You are quite compatible. So it could be that their Mercury or Venus is in an air sign. I think it's probably going to be Aquarius. So it's probably, yeah, it's probably a Pisces that you're dealing with. And they're very, very loving and in love with the idea of love. They're very romantic. And they do want stability. They're willing to make it where they're very self-sacrificing. Pisces are always quite like that. You know, I think you've got 2 types of Pisces, I think. Because I've seen some Pisces that will eat you alive. Eat you alive. I'm scared of some Pisces. And you got some Pisces that were just so soft and so sweet and really sacrifice for their family, their children and their partners. And but yeah, so amazing as well. I do like Pisceans. They're quite interesting actually. My best friend is a Piscean. She's one of the really, really sweet ones. So, Gemini. Another one. Gemini for January. Yeah, they just really want to make it work. They don't have pride in that way. They would you know, they see love as being worthwhile, worth risking it all for. Like if there was nothing else to risk it for, why wouldn't they're gonna risk it for love, if nothing else. Whereas maybe an air sign will say, I'd risk everything for what really makes sense and is a really great idea, and what's gonna, you know, what's forward thinking. You know, you may fight for a principle, you know, whereas you know, a Piscean will fight for just love in itself, just the love. Anyway, so we've got travel here. Spirit wanted to let you know, actually Spirit wanted to let you know a few things. We've got a couple cards that have popped out. So we've got the Ice King and the Karma card. So it is a karmic relationship. There was something special about relationship because we do have all of these major arcanas. So again, you are quite passionate with the Ice King here, but you're not putting your heart on your sleeve. There is an opportunity here, I think, for you with the Karma card. I feel like there's something through those doors that you could take advantage of, but you're maybe not. You're kind of being very willful, but destiny has kind of arrived, or karma, you know, a karmic situation has arrived in your life, but you're being very willful and you're not really allowing the karma to just unfold and to happen as it will. You have a direction you want things to go in. You're completely taking control of your own destiny and not really even allowing karma to get in the way. And this could also be that you are actually kind of releasing karma in a sense, maybe by releasing the relationship in some way. But this is definitely a karmic lesson that you're learning. Travel is spirit's advice, so it could be that there is distance between you two. Like you could be worlds apart. It could be very distant. Okay, the obstacle is the triangle. So the obstacle is the fact that, yeah, you want to have fun and mingle and not really be so committed right now because you've maybe got a certain agenda for yourself, whether that be career, work, education, or something. With the Magician card here, you've kind of got your own agenda, your own will. And that's the obstacle, is that you've made other commitments elsewhere. Okay, family is what brings you together. So you could have family ties. It could be a karmic connection. You could have been family in a past life. Or it could be that you've got loads of mutual friends, you know, and it's like you're a big family. We've then got money. So you're learning about money. So your focus is about your career, your business, what you're learning, I think, in your profession. They're learning about union. So they're learning more about romantic relationships and union. You see them as a mature man. So you see them as very grounded, and they see you as a true gem. So you see them as very grounded, very mature. Then got work. So again, you're very, very focused on work and money. So that may be what you've made a commitment to already. That could actually be creating the triangle, not so much that you're seeing other people, but you maybe want that freedom to mingle, to network, to connect. You maybe don't want to have this person saying, oh, you're going to come out with me on Friday. You're like, no, I'm going to a networking event, you know, or whatever. It could be something like that. You can't seem to agree on that. Also with the Six of Coins, you may feel like, you know, it wouldn't be money well spent if you were to invest in relationships. If you are a man, men tend to spend more money in relationships, even though women do too. It could be buy lots of outfits and clothing and things like that. But, you know, men do kind of tend to invest, you know, by taking you out and buying you flowers and things like that. So you may feel like, why am I going to invest my money here when I'm not going to get anything back because I don't want something back from this person? Maybe I'm only going to invest if I see something long term. That's how you might feel. But, you know, the spirit is saying to you that karma has come around, like this relationship has come around for a reason, and that you are with the Ice King here. In a way, it's kind of a good thing because, you know, destiny has arrived, and yet you're in a position of using and exercising your will rather than just being a complete victim to your circumstances and just kind of being like, oh, I'm pushed left or right because of karma. You're kind of like, no, I can choose whether or not I'm going to go down this karmic journey or not. And you're in a very decisive state. You're feeling really empowered, which is really great. It's lovely energy. So yeah, so you're learning about money and the value of it. Well, I've pretty much explained that. The union card, your partner just sees you as someone that they're very connected to. They're learning about union as well. They're still learning a lot about relationships. You know, what's really important when it comes to relationships and how they play into it and into their relationships, and just learning lessons around that. They could also be learning that, you know, real relationships that are worth something do tend to take a lot of time and effort and commitment and those things. And they're kind of learning about all of that things take time, that you don't always get a thing right now. But they do see you as a true gem. So I think if anything, they would see you as something worth waiting for. And maybe even want to propose to you with the union card here and the true gem. They could really feel like, and also the King and Queen of Swords, Chariot card. You know, this person could really feel like you're someone they really want to be with, and they want to make it work, and they could see a really long future with you with the Star card here, that it could be marriage for them, you know. But for you, you're not really in that space. They could feel that way because you do have so many mutual friends, that you've got so many, you know, they might know your family already and you might know theirs. You could have grown up together, you know, or something like that, or just have a history, you know, and it kind of keeps you together, that you maybe are just so comfortable around each other. Again, with the King and Queen of Swords, they will be very comfortable around each other. They could be around each other probably for days and not really get frustrated with each other, because they will just know how each other's thinking, and it'll be easy to communicate. And you see them as mature. You see them as very mature, and they could be older than you as well. And I think you see them as someone who is ready to have a mature relationship. So you see them as very steady. Somebody who's very mature, very steady, very experienced. Like I said, this person, they are totally in love with love, but they are mature enough to know when to hold back, to be patient, to not fall into the devil's trap of, obsession. And to also be mature enough to like put down their ego and like try to make it work because they want to make it work. But maybe you at the moment just don't feel that you're ready to do that. Not right now, to make that kind of commitment. I think simply because you've made commitments in your work and your career, and you're just set on that, Got 2 zebras there. Interesting. Yeah, Spirit wants to let you know travel. That card has got me. Okay, Gemini. Milk and honey, leg up, and here and now. Then we've got building blocks. So you may be building something, working towards something. Yeah, you seem to be in the middle of progress. And your King of Swords has come out, the Ice King's come out. You're all over the reading. So it's like, I feel like and Mercury, the Magician is central. The card, that's central in the reading, has come out upright, and it is ruled by Mercury. I just feel like you're really in your element, and you're learning lots, and you're focused on work, money, making money. If this person can't help you maybe make money, you're not interested. It's that kind of thing. If this person can't help you with a leg up here, right here and now, you're just not interested. Milk and honey as well talks about you finding that happiness, finding that soulmate as well. But everything is just sweet, between you guys, and it just feels easy and lovely. So, you could really care about this person. You could feel very comfortable with them, but there's things that you want to do. And I think you either want someone to help you do it, or if someone can't help you do it, then it's like, you're not gonna be like, oh, well, in time it will all pay off, or in time things will change. Right? You're like, no, what's happening right here and now is what I'm concerned about. And if you can't do this for me right now, then you're not really, I don't think you're really willing to invest in it. And then we've got change in the wind, and chaos and conflict, and they're both zebras, and they both popped out, or they both were still standing out to me as I was shuffling. They both carry the energy of the number 3. You've got a lot of 3s here as well, which does talk about foundations. So it could be that, and we do have building blocks here, so it could be that you really are building something here for yourself. It could be a relationship, possibly, or it could be that you're really building something to do with your career and money. And there's a massive kind of change in the wind, and with the change in the wind, I think these 2 cards are saying that there will be conflict. It's just how it is. When you want change, when you want to move things forward, there will be conflict. You may need to give someone some disappointing news. It won't be straightforward. It's not going to be a straight line to success. It's going to be twists and turns, and this is one of those twists and turns as you kind of commit to this decision that you've made around your destiny. You have to stand fast in that, and it's going to get windy, so But this will bring you a complete change. You'll feel like a brand new person, and I think you are actually evolving into some sort of new type of King of Swords. Like you're really growing as an individual. And even this little elephant is by itself, making itself very happy. I'm going to just quickly read from the book. I don't know if I should read Chaos and Conflict, Change in the Wind. I think I'm going to read number 12, yeah. Change in the Wind. Let's see what this change in the wind is all about. Okay, so number 12. Essential meanings: a sense that unseen change has been initiated, preparation for a storm, awareness that your plans are not on firm ground, feeling a shift, uncertainty about which direction the winds will blow. Relationship message: relationships go through periods where partners seem out of sync with each other, and stormy emotions and moods threaten to take down the ship. Perhaps someone has had a change of heart and leaves. These rough seas offer opportunities for mutual growth, a way for you to understand your heart better and to know what you need to be truly happy. Rest assured that whatever is happening now, good will come from it. Take temporary shelter and remove yourself from drama. The air will clear and everything will be fresh and new again. This too shall pass. So yeah, just a bit of a tricky time, I think, in your relationship. It may not be the end of the relationship per se, but while you're kind of maybe focusing on career and there is this distance between you two, it could be that you're having to travel as well away from this person. There's a lot of messages here, but I think it's also letting you know that what's happening now is you're creating a sort of foundation for some great new future that's coming about for you. And that could be in your relationship and career. But we do have soulmates here. We do have the Hierophant in reverse, and we do have a bit of indication that you may want to move, but there are soulmates here. And your partner definitely sees you as a soulmate. Maybe you just need a bit more space to make these changes in your life, because you have these, you've got a strong ambition here with the King of Wands, and you maybe need that freedom to go and talk to who you want to talk to and see who you need to see to kind of get this moving, and your partner maybe just having a bit of difficulty around that. So yeah, then we've got the Freedom card underneath. Got the Freedom card underneath the Work card. Then we've got Fun Times. So I don't know if maybe you're just really wanting some fun and some freedom. You don't want to be kind of locked down to this relationship right now, unless it's going to help you get forward because you've got somewhere to go. So you're very much more focused on yourself and your own ambitions, I think, rather than this relationship. That's what I see. So if you enjoyed it, I hope you did. If you did, please do like, share and subscribe. Leave a comment. I love reading your comments. They're always very interesting to see how this all plays out in your world. Yeah, so yeah, that's it. Take good care, and I guess I'll see you next time. All right, bye.